Hello everyone and welcome to this new episode 37. Jag tar om det, vadå new episode?
Vad första var det för något?
Precis. Hello everyone and welcome to the podcast Always Tell Me the Odds, a Star Wars Unlimited podcast, and to episode 37. I am, as always, Marcus, or Falloin on internet, and with me today is, as usual, Magnus. Hello, Magnus.
Hello.
Hello, and you are known as Dragonfly on internet.
Yeah, usually.
Usually. How are you doing today?
I'm fine. A bit tired.
Yeah, it's Monday.
Usually that as well. It's Monday.
Yeah.
After a full work day.
Yeah.
So
It's been a, I just said that before we recorded, as I had a really long day today with a lot of meetings, and I have a really full week, so I'm just looking forward to Friday already.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. Yeah.
I mean, I hope you're looking forward to tomorrow as well.
Yeah.
We're gonna play at our locals.
Yeah.
We usually do that on Tuesdays.
On Tuesdays. I am not sure that I can come actually, but
you're not sure. Okay.
Yeah, I have conferences the whole week, so they might take a little bit too much of my time. So we'll see. I would like to come.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, what have you been up to the last 2 weeks? Because it's 2 weeks between our episodes. Feel a little bit weird, but I think it's better for us at least. So
Yeah, I think so.
yeah.
Well.
So what have you been up to?
Yeah, well, I've been playing, trying decks. Of course, we have a few tournaments ahead of us, and we did have a store showdown yesterday
We did.
at our local store.
Yes.
So we both attended that.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah. So I mean, the last 2 weeks leading up to that, we've been trying to discover what to play in this new meta without force throw.
Yeah, well, that's
And,
true. I've been
it's always tough to choose which deck you're playing on in a tournament.
That's true. I think it's a fun thing with store showdowns is that there's always leaders coming up that you don't expect. So some players, so like Emil that we had on an episode when he won the Malmö game week, he usually plays Han, but he came with what was it? Aiden yesterday. I was like, what?
No, not Aiden.
No.
It was Kira.
Oh, Kira it was. But
Kira
it was
Data
fun.
Vault,
Yeah.
yes.
So it was fun. It's he won. Surprise.
Yeah. Congratulations to him as well.
Emil. Such a good
did
player.
Take it down.
Yeah, for sure.
Um,
So we were 15 players, so that was quite good for us, I would say. And can we say something about our meta? So we were 15 players and we were 14 leaders. So it was a very diverse group of leaders. So that was fun.
Yeah, it's really nice to see that we have such a diverse meta at our locals.
I really enjoyed
It
it.
usually is this way. I mean, when we went to the PQ in Denmark last time, everyone brought a different deck as well.
Yeah, exactly. We were
So-
11 people going there, and we had 11 different leaders also. I think
So that was
it's a lot of fun.
amazing.
Yeah. So what did you play yesterday?
I did dust off my favorite leader so far in this game. So I played Emperor Palpatine with the yellow deck.
Yep.
Also my favorite color to pair him with.
Yep.
I've played this. I maybe I shouldn't say this deck because the deck changes with new sets and
Yeah, of
so on.
course.
But I guess people have started to see that the Palp Yellow is quite good deck in this meta right now. I think.
Yeah.
I think he's got a few PQ wins and a few top 8s, and it's usually the yellow version that's on top.
That is also the version you had on our YouTube video, right? Where you and me played your Palp against my Ray.
Yeah, it's not exactly
No,
that
but a version of that.
It's yeah, a very close to that version, I could say.
Yeah.
So and I really love to play this deck. It's so fun to play. You have so much different like choices to make during a game. You can do all these tricks and like small if you just take a moment and think about how you should take your turn. You can do a lot of different things.
That's
so
true.
it's very fun to play, but sometimes quite hard because it's like you can quite easily get quite high on your damage on your own base.
Yeah.
Especially against like more aggressive decks.
So I remember.
So you need to be careful.
I remember that when we were on the PQ in Copenhagen, you on all matches you were like 27, 28, 29 before you start turning it around and heal up and turn the game.
Yeah.
So that was, but it's fun that you have fun with the pulp jello because the opponent that's not always having as much fun. But so,
maybe not. No, that's fair.
So how did he go? What did you meet?
I mean, on these store showdowns we have in our locals, usually we do it at a Saturday or Sunday, and the store closes quite early, so we don't have we can almost always only do the Swiss. So we did 4 rounds of Swiss. And no top cuts. I would prefer if we could do like a top 4. It would be fun.
That would be fun with top 4.
But it's showdowns. It's not a competitive format, so I'm fine with it just being
for sure
the Swiss rounds.
Yeah.
But so I did win 3 of my games. I went 3-1. Was felt really good. I felt like I did have a chance to win the game that I lost as well. I lost against the Akbar deck, the Space Akbar. It's a quite a good and nasty deck when it wants to.
It's a weird deck, but it's fun. Also, the Alex who piloted he's really good player also. So
he's a good player, and I mean it can get out of hand if you don't
really quickly.
If you don't
for sure
try to manage all the X-wings and stuff. It does. So
for sure.
I did lose 2-1, so I got 1 game. And,
that's good.
So I felt I could have maybe another day. I might win that game. So
for sure.
And I had one super tight game against a Gar yellow deck that just we talked about it before. Like I had 29 damage on my base when I turned the game around.
Yeah, exactly.
And I did win.
Yeah, it sounds like your pulp deck for sure.
So that was a very, very tight one as well.
For sure. And then you met in the last of the 4 games. You met this dude. So we met again.
Usually face this one player at a local.
So we had to meet again.
Yeah,
for sure.
All the last tournaments we've both been playing. We've actually. It's quite strange that we always. I mean, at our locals we're only 15 people.
So that's not weird, but
it's not that
like in the
weird,
PQ and Odin, there were 70 people. The first player I played against was Adam that I played the day before. It's like just for fun, and I met him. Second game, it's like, dude, come on. I'm going to another country for a PQ with 70 players, and the first 2 players I meet is the dudes I've been playing before. So but that's fun.
I mean, I guess that's a bit of your curse, maybe, because when we went to the showdown in Gothenburg, you only played you played one player from Gothenburg, and then you only played other people from
Malmö.
From Malmö.
It seems like so it will be fun to see further on now. But you ended up in the 3rd place, so that was really good yesterday.
Yes, I got 3rd. That's nice.
So that's really good.
So would have been fun to see a top 4 cut there,
for sure.
Actually.
Yeah, for sure. And
I really like the deck. I think it's fun. I'll keep trying and testing out this deck.
I mean, it's a
for
fun
the
deck,
future.
and it's a super good deck. It's fun to watch you play it because you also know it very well because you've played it so long. So it's fun to play against. Also now that I'm not scared of it anymore. I'm more like I have respect for it, and now
you're learning.
I am learning.
Definitely learning to how to. Yeah,
because I mean, yesterday the first game we
had very tight games.
We did in the first game. Also, you were up in 27. And before you turned it around, and I drew so bad. It's like super bad cards. So, but I play Poe with Data Vault. Actually, almost the same deck that won the Swiss round in Malmö Game Week that Ponke has played. So I have modified it a little bit, but I never played deck this much before a tournament as I done with Poe. So I really played it, and I really enjoy playing it. I have tried Sabine before. Some people say that this Poe Data Vault is like Sabine but in space. I don't agree with that because I don't like play Sabine. I don't think it's fun, but this one is actually a lot of fun to play. So
I mean, you play with Data Vault, so you don't play with ECL, but
true.
I usually joke and call it Space Sabine. I mean, it's a bit different. At least the one you play. If you play the ECL Poe, then it's very close to the Sabine.
That's probably true. Yeah.
But
I had a fun game night. I played a Han 1 Blue Forest the first game, and I won that 2-0. And then I played a Han 2 Green Forest, and I won that 2-1. Then I was paired against a Cat Tarkentown that Gustav played, and he absolutely just ran over me. I had no chance at all because he drew exactly the cards he needed. So when we were at turn 3, he had made 12 damage to my base. I had made 0, and I didn't have any units out. So it was like both games. So it was super bad. And then the fourth game it was against you, and they were tight games. I'm satisfied with my performance. I actually ended up 8th place, my first top 8. Yay!
Yeah, that's a great result. I mean, you went 2-2, so and the top 8. That's really nice.
Yeah, I'm satisfied. So it's because as I said, I've said this to you before, but I don't know. But when we play in our local group, they are so fucking good. All the players are so good. So it's really hard.
Yeah, but I mean, it's really showing now that you're starting to win more and more.
Yeah, for sure.
Both in tournaments and also like when we play at locals.
Yeah, I think so.
You can tell a big difference.
Also, I don't play this
and I mean,
janky rage deck anymore. I play a deck that actually works.
Yeah.
So,
and I mean, this is a good way to go to the main topic of today.
Today's topic.
This is a bit of what we're gonna talk about today.
Yeah. So, am I still a beginner?
Yeah, I mean, it's a strange question, but it's I mean, quite fun to ask yourself that at least. I think it's probably up to each individual to how you feel, if you feel like still a beginner or if you feel like you're more experienced. But I
think this is a good topic for us because we aim a lot towards more casual players and also to beginners. We try to include people and try to explain stuff and don't take for granted that all people know everything about the game. So a lot of new players, I know there are a lot of beginners and new players listening to the podcast, and I am one of those also. So it's a good thing to think about it a little bit.
And I mean, one of the reasons that we brought this subject to the podcast was you're getting close to your 1 year anniversary of playing the game.
Yep.
So you said like, oh, am I still a beginner in this game, or am I now an advanced
am I
experienced?
Am I experienced like you?
And
now?
I mean, I mean, in some ways we're all beginners in this game because it's still a very young game. It's like a new game.
Yeah.
But so there is a lot of different levels of this, I guess, and I think it's good to actually sometimes, especially if you feel like you have been like you're a beginner in this game, like you went from not playing any TCGs
Yeah.
to jump into this game.
Yeah.
uh I really don't feel it shouldn't be like a bad thing to still to feel like a beginner, even if you play like 1 year or 2 years.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
No, I think it's more a feeling
Because
actually, because
yeah,
I wouldn't say that I'm a new player anymore, because I've always played a year and I played a lot, and I also I played 2 PQs and a number of store showdowns, and I played 2 like bigger tournaments and stuff. So I'm not a new player anymore. I've been playing a lot, but I still feel like I'm a beginner. Especially when I play against players like you or Alex or Adam or Emil or those who have been playing TCGs for a very, very long time. I am a total beginner because I feel that all the time when I sit down when I sit down with someone who have played for a long time. I can feel that I am a beginner, but it depends a lot, because sometimes I feel more as a beginner when I play in our local group, because we are so many good players, than I do, for instance, when I were at PQ and Odense. I felt less as a beginner there than I do sometimes when we play in our local group. So it's
and I mean that's quite interesting.
Yeah.
And I mean, I gotta feel kind of good, as I guess that's one way to feel that you're actually learning and like getting better and more
sure.
experienced in the game.
Yeah.
Like when you can sit down at a tournament and maybe feel like, okay, I'm not
I got this.
between the two of us. I might not be like the least experienced player, or maybe like you can feel like you have a good you know your deck. You actually do know what your opponent's playing. You don't feel like a beginner, because I think that's the worst part maybe about being a beginner in a game, when you almost don't even know what your own deck is doing.
Yeah.
And
you have to read all the
even harder
cards.
even harder to know what your opponent's decks are doing.
Yeah. I mean, that
so
is. I think that's part why I still feel as a beginner, because I don't know the opponent's decks. Because when we talk about it, when we stand in a group and talk about the deck, people are like, yeah, then they're using this one and they can combine that with this card, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I mean, I know the cards, but I wouldn't know that. But then I starting to learn some. For instance, that I know that if I play against a blue villain deck, I know there will be the Power of the Dark Side on 3 resources. So I'm starting to get to know some of these. But yeah.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, and that's like a certainty. You always face that Power to Dark Side. It feels like
Yes.
at least.
So don't have one
against,
unit out
will.
on turn like 3
Yeah.
resources. That's I've learned that the hard way. For sure.
Yeah, no, I mean that's the way to grow in the game as well. I mean, to realize against a blue villain deck, it's always a bad decision. Not always, but usually a bad decision to like deploy your leader on an empty board.
Yeah.
Because
You
you
need to
know
have
there's
something
the
else
power
there.
of the dark side.
Yeah.
And if he hasn't played all 3, he's probably gonna have 3 in his deck.
Yeah.
So it's
Sit with your own hand.
there is
for
a
sure.
chance that he has it in his hand.
Yeah.
So yeah, and that's it. It's an easy mistake to do in the beginning, at least, because you don't know what to expect from your opponent's decks, and
Yeah.
it can seem like a maybe a small mistake, but it probably costs you the game.
The game,
if you do
probably.
it.
Yeah. And that is also like,
So-
there is also a sign where or I still see that I am a beginner. That when people say, "Oh, when you do that, that is where you lost the game," and I was like, "Dude, it's turn 3. We have a lot of turns left." But in the end, I can see that I lost the game because I did that, and I can't see those lines. But I probably will learn them at some point. I think. But I also think it's interesting what you said, that most, like all players playing Star Wars Unlimited, are beginners at the game, because it's only been around for 1.5 years. But you're not beginners in a TCG game, and a lot of the rules and a lot of the settings and so on are taken from other TCGs and mixed together.
Yeah, and I
into
mean
this
the
game.
mindset and
Yeah.
like we're used to like learning cards, and
Exactly.
I guess it's easier if you've done it your whole life,
Yeah.
or at least like 30 years,
Yeah.
than just jump in and all of a sudden you need to know what like 1,000 different cards do.
Yeah.
It's quite overwhelming, of
Yeah,
course.
yeah,
And like
Also,
also
where
the small things in TCGs, like it could be a word that completely
Yeah.
changes how a
yeah,
card is used,
True.
and you don't really maybe think about it as a beginner or new player because it's it's
True.
a new thing for you.
Yeah,
So,
true.
that's also
Yeah. It's fun now when we're in the like kind of a spoiler season now, so we get spoilers now and then, and I can see that like when I see a card, it's like, oh wow, this is a really good card, it's a cool card, and then I see on Discord and it's like, you who have been playing for a long time, you and Eamon and so on, it's like, oh my god, this will never see play, and it's like, dude, it's so good. And then you explain why, and it's like, okay, yeah, that's not good. But so that's
and
a huge difference.
and I mean, how does it feel for you now when because I do remember in the beginning when, because you started with the Twilight release, right?
Yeah.
And then when Jump to Lightspeed was starting to get spoiled, you said I was total overload.
Yeah.
And you like, I don't even know this set. How am I supposed to know?
It was
get
too
to know new
soon.
cards? Do you still feel that way now?
No.
Or is it more like fun to see the new cards?
It's more fun to see the
get
cards
spoiled?
now. It's been gradually, because so I started with Twilight, and when Jump to Lightspeed came, I was like, no. So and why are there pilots? That's a totally new thing. I will not like. How will I? It's like we are only playing on the ground now. It's almost nothing in space, and now suddenly you open up space for me also, dude. That's so hard for me. So it was a lot. That was a lot. And then when Legends of the Force came, I felt a little bit more like, okay, I have a little bit better grasp of all the like Spark of the Rebellion, Shadow, and then Twilight. I kind of knew a little bit better, and then I started to get a hang of JTL, or Jump to Lightspeed. So when Legends came, I was like, was a little bit more prepared. But then they introduced the Force. It's like, no, that's more thing I need to keep track of. But that I transitioned very easily to that, so I've learned that very quickly. And now when the new Secret of Power is starting to spoil, I don't feel. So now there's this new plot thing, and it's like, yeah, I will learn that. That will be fine. I already see some stuff that I could do with that, and so it's been gradually becoming better. But I think it's because now I kind of know a lot of the cards that are played in the sets before. But this is also why.
And I mean,
yeah, I think it
sounds like you're not as much a beginner, at least.
Yeah,
I mean, you're definitely, as you said, you're not a new player anymore.
Yeah,
right? At least.
Yeah, I would say that I'm not a new player, but I am still a beginner. But starting to become a less of a beginner. But I also think so my daughter is playing Pokemon, and I can't even start playing that because there's so many cards that I need to keep track of, and that is so hard to get into. So I think Stars Unlimited is a super good game for new players to come into right now, because there's not a ton of cards, and especially now, since when the next set comes, the first 3 rotates outright. Am I right?
No, well,
2 more.
Not with Secret. Secret's gonna release, and then when the set after that, so in March,
then the first 3 goes out.
When that set releases, the first 3 rotates out.
Yeah. So,
and that's that's one reason to do rotation, because it's, if you go a few years and there is like 20 sets, it's very hard to be a new player, and not only to learn the cards, to like even get a hold of cards it can be very difficult.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like the 4 latest sets. Like
I think that's
we were gonna have 4 to 6 sets.
4 to 6.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's a good thing for newer players.
And also another thing that I can say, that I am not a new player anymore. there are so many cards around here at home. There's cards everywhere. So many cards. So that is also yeah. But I am a beginner in sorting them because I can't find my card sometimes, and then suddenly I have a bunch laying around somewhere. It's like, where did they come from? So now I had to do that again. Like, it's a mess.
That is the worst when you know that you own some cards, but you can't find them.
I have that now. So I've been playing
annoying.
I've been playing a lot of Yoda Red Force before the banned Force Throw. Unfortunately, he suffered a lot with his Force Throw ban, but I had a lot of fun with that. And I played Yoda before, like way back, and I know that I have You're My Only Hope, 3 of them, but I can only find 2. And that's so annoying. So
yeah, that's very annoying.
It's really annoying because now I am thinking about playing Yoda again, and it's really wanted. So, but yeah, and I don't.
But it gets you motivated. Yeah, gets you motivated to sort your cards.
Yeah,
to get them.
I mean, I have them sorted. I actually sorted all my cards, and they are sorted into those cardboard boxes. So they should be in the right place, but they're not. But it's also a good it's a good motivation for me to start sorting out cards that I don't need anymore, or that I like have 12 off and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll see. But that is also like yeah, I'm not a new player because I have a bunch of cards. That's for sure.
Yeah, that's a good sign.
Yeah. So how do you who are more experienced, how can you like tell when there's I mean, I asked Emil this also, can you tell when it's a newer player, or can you for instance we have another guy in our team or a local group called Marcus, and he started a little bit after me, but he is a more experienced player when it comes to TCGs because he have been playing TCGs before. Can you tell that he's more experienced in TCGs than I am when you play?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I think that was probably going to be my answer. That you can usually, I mean, sometimes you can't tell, but it's usually when the player is completely new, maybe not to the game you're playing, but as you are to like TCGs in general.
Yeah.
Then you can usually tell that, okay, this is a beginner.
Yeah.
Of TCGs, because it's like all of the small things that you do, doesn't come like supernatural for you, but like if we take the other Marcus at our local, he's been playing other TCGs, and even if he was like newer to this game than you were, he could come into this game and like learn. He didn't have to learn all the like how
the mechanics.
Sounds stupid, but like how to shuffle or why to shuffle and where to put your cards and how to like what is a discard pile and what is like all of these small things that's for us feels like just comes natural to us. But for you that's completely new to game. You need to learn everything.
True. I can see that when I play.
You can really tell that.
I can see that when I play against him because he has his discard pile and deck in another position than I do, and he works a little bit different on the board. And I am very like, I have my discard pile where that square is on my mat, and I have the deck on that square on the mat. It's like I'm very like, so I'm following the stars.
Actually, like, but that I think you should, if you can, if you have the squares on your mat, you use the squares. If you don't, if I have a mat without squares, then you can put them a bit different, I'd say. But and that's another thing. You can usually, if you played other TCGs and you face a new player to this game, but you can like tell sometimes that usually you can see if the player's been playing Magic. For instance,
so what game they have been playing.
Then they do things in a different specific like order. Like we've talked about this before, but in this game you draw your cards and then you ready your resources after you've resourced your new resource.
Yeah.
And in Magic, like when the turn ends, you untap all of your lands and everything and draw a card, and then a new turn begins. So you can usually see if the player's been playing a lot of Magic, because then they just do that naturally.
Yeah.
They don't think about it. They just untap everything and then draw their cards.
That is actually something I've been
usually do.
I actually noticed that some people do that, and I was thinking if that is a magic, or I remember it is a magic thing. So that's very interesting. But I haven't reflected over it very much. But you clearly see it and have been thinking about it, so that's cool. Yeah. So maybe we should also ask our...
I usually do. We said that. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe we should also ask our listeners. So what do you think? Are you beginners or new players? And how long did it take until you did feel more of an experienced player and not as a beginner anymore? It will be interesting to see how long it takes for people to... I guess it's very different from person to person, but it would be interesting to hear about that.
Yeah, it would be very interesting, because I also think it's very, very individual how long you feel. And probably, as you said, I mean, if you played a lot of other games, then maybe you don't feel like a beginner at all when you start up a new game.
Yeah.
Maybe you like learn it in like a month or two, and then you feel like, oh, I'm no different than people that's been playing since release, probably. And that's I mean, take Emil for instance. He started after you, or like around when you started.
When I started,
yeah. And I don't think he's felt like a beginner very long. That's but we should ask him. Actually.
I don't think he was a beginner at all. He was a new player to the game, but he wasn't a beginner. I mean, he's been winning world championships and stuff in other card games, and so he's an insanely good player. But you can also see that when I say this with all respect, but sometimes when I play with Emil, I get a little bit stressed because he's so fast. He knows exactly what to do. He knows exactly how to flip the cards, how to shuffle the deck, how to like everything. So it's so fast. So sometimes like, oh my god, I need to hurry up a little bit.
So you feel like you're playing slow,
super slow.
That's even though you're not playing too slow, you can feel like that. Yeah, you can feel like you're playing slow because someone's playing
super fast. Yeah. But you can see there how experienced he is for sure. So it's fun to see. But also what we said, as I said when we talked to Emil after the Malmö Game Week, the super nice structure he has on his board. You can super clearly see which resources are exhausted or not. You can exactly see how he plays the card. The tokens goes exactly where they should be. Everything is super clear. And I think that is also a very clear sign that he's an experienced player and he can still play quite fast. So I really enjoy watching him play and play against him for that reason. And you are the same. You have very clear, it's super easy to see what you're doing, and it's super clear. And I enjoy playing against players like that. For sure.
Yeah, that's usually a better experience than playing, even if it's a super nice guy or a girl. It's if they have a very sloppy gameplay and board state.
Yeah,
it gets hard to play against a person like that. So. That's a good thing for people to pick up. If you feel like maybe sometimes you have like tokens everywhere and the cards are you can barely see if the card, like the resource, is that used or is it ready. That's not a good experience for anyone.
No.
If you have that. So that's a good tip for everyone to actually sometimes think about themselves, like how's my play? Am I very structural, and can my opponents really see what I'm doing? I think that's a good thing.
I think you could see, I've said this before also, but go watch the final in Malmö Game Week on YouTube on the Team Nordic Takedowns stream they had, where you can see Emil plays. It's immaculate. It's super easy to see everything, and he still plays fast, and obviously he won the tournament, so you can play nice and win.
That's a good good game to watch for that.
For sure. Yeah, so beginner or not, I still feel like a beginner. I'm not new player anymore to this game at all. I have been playing too many tournaments and too many games to call myself a new player, and I'm trying out new decks with more confidence, and I'm not as stressed anymore when there are new sets coming out, and I know how to handle the tokens. I know the rules fairly well, but I still feel as a beginner when it comes to gameplay and how I perform. That is, I am absolutely a beginner there.
We'll have to come back to this subject in a few months and see how you feel.
Yeah, for sure.
Just come back and see when like the tipping point is where you might not feel like a beginner.
Maybe when I come to a top 8 or top 8, and I actually going to play a top 8.
Then I might feel like when there is a top cut, because exactly. you did
I mean the top cut. So when I get to play a top cut, that will be I think there I might feel like, okay, so I'm not a total beginner anymore, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, but again, let us know. So are you a beginner of the game, or are you a new player maybe? Or if you're not a beginner anymore, how long did it take until you did not feel as a beginner anymore? That would be awesome to hear that. So either in our Discord, throw it up there, or as a comment on our YouTube channel, or as a comment on Spotify. That would be awesome to hear. So what are you... We have something coming up now also. We have a PQ soon in 2 weeks.
Or
3 weeks.
It's going to be really fun.
Yeah.
3 weeks, I think.
Have you decided on the deck yet? I ask.
It's too far away.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, we need to see this. I have to say the Palpatine Yellow is definitely a contender for a deck to play there.
Yeah.
But I have to see what happens.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I know you never decide before, so.
Very rarely, at least.
Yeah. I actually, maybe a month ago, I decided that I will go with Yoda Red for the PQ, and that I wanted to go with a Poe Data Vault to the Showdown. But I have to rethink there, because when they banned Force Throw, I was like, okay. So, I mean, Yoda Red is still good, but it's suffered more than I wanted it to do, actually. It
really does affect that deck. So I understand why you're feeling a bit uncertain about that.
Yeah, and it's a little bit unfortunate, because I really, really enjoy playing that. It's a lot of fun. It's this with a Ray. They use the Ray trigger when you draw a card and you see the Ray, and I really enjoy playing that deck. It was a lot of fun, but it's we'll see. Have to think about it. Well, it will be fun though, and as usual, I have the goal to win one game, but I actually think I can make more now.
Maybe you should raise that goal a bit.
Yeah,
maybe to win 2 games at least.
Yeah, or maybe not. Maybe win and lose equally many, or win more.
Yeah,
maybe I could.
I think that's
dare to do that.
Usually, a good like a goal to have when going to a tournament. So I usually try to say that my goal is to win more than I lose.
Yeah, I've heard more players doing that. Also, players who are a little bit newer to this game. We have some people in the local group that came in quite far after me. But they are not. They have been playing TCGs before, but they usually have that goal that they want to win more than they lose, and maybe I dare to put that goal up. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right. We'll anything else? I think we should wrap this up. Maybe.
Yeah. I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
So thank you so much, everyone, for listening. And as we've said now twice before, let us know: are you a beginner still? And when was the tipping point where you did not feel as a beginner anymore? It would be awesome to know that. But as usual, we have a Discord. You can join in, and you can interact with us there. We love when people interact with us there. We have the link in the description. We also upload all our episodes on YouTube. We have some other videos there now. One day there will come more. We have got very nice feedback on those videos. We are happy about that. So thank you so much for watching them and giving us feedback. And you can find us in both the Swedish and the international Discord. You find me as Falloin, and you find Magnus as Dragonfly. So thank you so much, everyone, for listening. And we talk to you in 2 weeks again. So until then, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.